This is the desk setup I built over the years where I spent countless hours editing videos and running my side business on. While my setup hasn't changed drastically since the last time I made a video on it, I've made a few changes that I think are worth sharing. Autonomous did send me the ErgoChair Ultra 2 to try out, but this video isn't sponsored. And as always, everything I share is based on my own experience and honest opinion. So Autonomous let me pick the color of the office chair, and I had to go with white, since this fits the color scheme of my space better. My whole setup is mostly white, gray, and blue with a few black accents here and there. Just in case you want to know what colors to get me for gifts, now you know. Autonomous also hooked you all up with a discount code that you can apply at checkout, and I will leave the link and code in the description. The ergonomic office chair looks great overall, but I kinda wish the armrest pads were gray instead of black. The black ones just throw off the aesthetics a little. So the backrest has the exoskeleton look, which gives it a cool vibe. The mesh on the back is super flexible, so it kinda molds to your back as you move, which is pretty nice. I usually prefer an adjustable lumbar support, and this one doesn't have that. It's fixed, but the built-in curve does feel like it provides enough support to my lower back. It's not too aggressive, so it doesn't cause any discomfort or fatigue. I'm a big fan of measures because they really help you stay cool throughout the day, especially during long days. And during hot weather, you can put a fan behind you and actually feel the breeze come through, which is a nice little bonus. One of the things that I really like on this chair is the seat. It has a hybrid build with 4 layers, mesh, memory foam, TPE, and springs. And this is supposed to help distribute weight evenly. I'm not entirely sure how well it does that, but I can say that it feels really comfortable. This chair also has a bunch of adjustment points to help you dial in the perfect fit. And you can even adjust the seat depth, which is a nice touch. For those wondering, yes, you can comfortably cross your legs while sitting on this. Overall, this ergonomic chair has been doing a great job at keeping me sitting upright. It naturally encourages better posture and helps me avoid slouching. Over the past couple of weeks, I had some pretty long editing days, from 6, 8, and even 10-hour editing sessions. And I felt pretty comfortable the entire time. Of course, I did get up every now and then to stretch. I have also used this while gaming, and since I like to rest my elbows on the armrest, I got a good feel for them. These are on the firmer side, but still have just enough give to stay comfortable. For those of you that haven't put a chair together before, the assembly was surprisingly fast and easy. There are only 4 screws needed to attach the seat to the backrest, and if you get the headrest, that's just 2 more screws. I had the whole thing put together in under 15 minutes, and most of that time was just unboxing everything. Now, sitting or standing for long periods isn't ideal, so having the ability to switch between the two helps reduce fatigue and improve overall comfort. That's exactly why I use an adjustable electric standing desk. I am currently using the same one that I had for a while, the FlexiSpot E7 Pro with the white frame and white tabletop. It's been incredibly sturdy, and the frame supports up to 350 pounds, which, let's be honest, I'm probably never going to max this out. The desk has a wide height range, so it can be adjusted to the perfect spot for when sitting or standing. The dual motors are also impressively quiet, which is great if you're recording content or on video calls. And the sound is subtle enough that some noise suppression in editing can remove it. The tabletop that I have measures 28 inches by 55 inches, which gives me plenty of room to fit all my essentials to get my work done. That said, I do plan on upgrading my tabletop to the 72 inch by 28 inch option down the line for a more open and spacious feel. But for now, this desk size has been working out incredibly well for me. FlexiSpot also offers a few accessories to go with the desk, and I picked up 2 that made a big difference. So I got their magnetic cable management tray, which attaches to the underside of the frame, and it does a great job of hiding the cable mess and keeps everything looking clean and organized. I also grabbed their outlet tray, which mounts to the back of the desk, and this is where I keep my smart power strip, which makes my cable management access more convenient, and it's also hidden from view. So on my desk, I try to keep things minimal and free of clutter so everything here serves a functional purpose. I'm still running a dual monitor setup that works great for my workflow. The right one is the same 4K Samsung monitor that I got back in 2022. I have been using this mainly for editing my videos and watching videos. The left one is a 165Hz gaming monitor that I used for gaming that Pixio sent out to me last year, and it replaced my LG gaming monitor. To hold up my monitors, I'm still using the Eletab dual monitor arm that I got back in February of 2021, and it's been holding up strong, so I highly recommend it. So for desk mats, I switch between 2. One is a soft fabric mat with a clean minimal look, and the other is a larger mouse pad from Corsair that gives me more surface area to work with since I have a 800 DPI on my mouse. When it comes to peripherals, I'm always testing out new gear so I don't stick to one brand. At the moment, I'm using a 75% gaming keyboard from Razer, a Logitech gaming mouse, and a Sony gaming headset. My PC on the other hand is more consistent, mostly built with Corsair parts. I do consistently upgrade my PC, and right now I'm running the Gigabyte RTX 3080 GPU paired with the Ryzen 9 7950X CPU. I have these on the Asus X670E gaming motherboard with 128GB of DDR5 RAM, and since I built this PC primarily for editing my YouTube videos, I've also packed it with 17TB of storage to handle all my footage and project files. Speaking about editing, since I do a lot of voiceovers, I use the Shure MV7 microphone, which delivers clear and professional audio. So I have this on a boom mount that used to be black, but I ended up spray painting it white, and I also spray painted this part holding the microphone for better contrast. I also dished out quite a bit of money on speakers to get good audio. I am using the Audioengine A2+, and I went with these because not only do they look clean and minimal, but they are also the perfect size to fit underneath my monitors. But when I really need to focus, especially when there's noise right outside my office, I switch over to the Bose QuietComfort Ultra headphones, and they help me tune everything out so I can lock in and get work done. I keep it tucked away under my desk using a low profile headphone mount that sticks on with double-sided tape. Since I am often in virtual meetings, I've been using a 2K webcam from Anker for the past 3 years. It's been solid, so I haven't had a reason to upgrade it. The cool thing is that this is an all-in-one webcam with integrated speakers, and it has a light bar to illuminate your face to help in low light environments. I also have a desk lamp on my right monitor from BenQ, and I've had this for the past 4 years. It comes with a wireless controller that lets me adjust the color temperature, brightness, and even save my favorite lighting presets. I really like this light because it doesn't cause any glare on my screen and there are no cables to be seen. So a cool item that I have on my desk is the Divoom Timesgate display. It's a fun and customizable LED display that can show the time, pixel art, weather, and notifications, which adds a unique touch of personality to my setup. What's cool is that you can design exactly what it displays using the Divoom app. You can also have this showcase live updates for your YouTube subscriber count and TikTok follower count. It's a great way to keep things both functional and visually interesting. And this connects through Wi-Fi so it can be set to power on and off at a certain time. I also keep a pen on my desk that I had for a little over 2 years. It's a bolt action pen that I use for jotting down notes or signing documents. This has a cool little spinner stand that you can fidget with. It's simple, functional, and just a cool little accessory to have around. So under the desk, I mounted my CF Express card reader and SD card reader using double-sided tape, and I used 2 long USB-C Thunderbolt cables to keep the fast transfer speeds. This setup makes it super easy to transfer my files while keeping my desktop looking clean and organized. I also added 2 small drawers under the desk using double-sided tape to store items like SD cards and remotes, as well as other small items, and this makes it quick and easy for me to grab them when I need it. On the left side of the desk, I attached the included cable holder to keep my charging cables organized. I have a long braided cable for charging my headphones and a shorter one for charging my phone. I also have the Pixio Stand 2 wireless charger that I don't use as often, but it's there for when I just want to top up my phone and I'm not in a rush. One last thing that I attached to my desk is an LED strip light from Govee. It adds a nice touch of flair to the setup and also helps with a bit of ambient lighting. And that pretty much wraps up everything that makes up my current desk setup. I will link all the products that I mentioned in the video in the description. If you're interested in seeing a full office tour update, then make sure to hit that like button and let me know in the comment section. I'd be more than happy to get started on that video. Alright, so that does it for today's video. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it, and I will talk to you on the next one.